Okay, so our next speaker comes from the New Dawn Enterprises based in Sydney, Nova Scotia. And New Dawn has been, Google it, you will be amazed. And Peter's going to tell you some of what they've done there. He's the Chief Financial Officer for New Dawn. Put your hands together and help me welcome Peter Cameron. Plus he has a good last name. That was my maiden name. There you go.
Thank you, Grace. As Grace said, I'm the Chief Financial Officer of New Dawn Enterprises. So I'm an accountant, so I won't be doing any dancing or singing like Dan. It's a tough act to follow, and you've seen in the first video, Rankin McSween, who's the Chief Executive Officer and leader of New Dawn Enterprises, and community leader at large. Very well at speaking, ad-libbing, and a great leader in the community. It's unfortunate that I'm the guy that is ending this day, but I'm just going to talk a little bit about New Dawn Enterprises and what we've done in the community. So I'm from Sydney, Nova Scotia. It's historically we've been reliant on the coal and steel industries, and the coal and steel industries have been subsidized heavily from the provincial and federal governments. So we've had a heavy reliance, our history is a heavy reliance on government, having government tell us what to do, and not acting as a community and charting our own future. So these businesses, these industries closed in the late 90s. So probably 4,000 people, 5,000 people out of a municipality of roughly 100,000 lost their jobs. So it was a big blow to the community, loss of significant amount of jobs. So what do we do now? A large part of the community would say, well, government, what are you going to do for us? How are you going to chart our future? And so I think New Dawn Enterprises has taken a leadership role in trying to chart our own future. As you can see from Rankin, he's a very energetic guy, like Dan, in trying to motivate the community. So we started the CETA program, or we implemented the CETA program that is a program in Nova Scotia to raise money and invest locally. That is the theme of our CETA companies. If you look at our brochures, right on the front of it, it says invest locally. So we've raised $9.4 million in approximately 10 years to invest in our community. We've used that money to invest in our own companies, New Dawn Enterprises, and we've also used that money to loan to local businesses. And that money to local businesses that we loan to, they leveraged that and got more loans from other banks. So if we loan a company $400,000, they were able to leverage that for another $400,000 from government, banks, etc. So not only did the money that we raised generate jobs, it was used to leverage more investment in those companies. So this past year we raised $1.2 million, and we have 4 companies that are looking for us to invest in. We use this money, we loan the money typically. We don't do equity loans right now. It's, for the time being, it's been loans. We've actually, in the last couple of years, have added a feature to our loans that we can convert those loans to debt, or to equity. So that gives us the option to, if one of the companies were sold, and we've invested in some software companies, so sometimes these software companies are sold to larger companies and are sold for millions of dollars. We could at least participate in some of that uptake, which in turn would go to our shareholders. So over the years, like I said, 9.4 million. And like you heard before with Rankin, no one's going to come and save us. So we thought we had three options. As Rankin says, you'll, not in this video, but other videos, we're a community that is dying. So we have 100,000 people. 1,000 people are leaving our community every year. 1,000 people. So that's the equivalent of a small town. And we use the town of Lewisburg, which is a tourist town in Cape Breton. It has 1,000 people. So one of the things that we say is we're losing the equivalent of a Lewisburg every year. So that's a significant amount of people leaving the community in a town or in a municipality of 100,000 people. So one thing we can do is accept it and not do anything, not talk about it. Second option, well, we can talk about it and not go to decline. So we're dying, okay, talk about we're dying, how are we going to manage the debt? And then the third thing that I think New Dawn has done and used our CETA program to do is to do something about it. And as I was here today, like I said, we come from, and Chris will know, our province is rather impoverished. And we have a lot of people leaving the province. A lot of people work in Alberta oil fields. And we thought our problem was unique to Cape Breton. But as I heard from Dan and Paul and other people around, just speaking at the coffee break today, our situation is not unique to Cape Breton. It's all over Canada. So again, I just wanted to say that when communities come together, you can do something about it. We've done it in Cape Breton. We're trying to bring the entire municipality together to raise money, invest in our local businesses, and you guys can too, just on a smaller scale. Thank you.